Hi all, in this video I am going to discuss about the various activities involved in the software testing process. Once the software is developed, we have to make sure that the software is working properly or not. Software testing is the process of checking or evaluating the functionality of the software. That is, we have to ensure that the system or the software is working properly or not. Software testing basically consists of validation and verification. Verification means, are we building the product right? That is, we have to ensure that the developed software is according to the design specifications. So, during the software development process, we are discussing or we are preparing the design specifications. So, we need to ensure in this phase that the design specifications are, the software is developed according to the design specifications or not. Software validation means, are we building the right product? That is, we have to make sure that the software is developed or the software meets the user requirements or not. Once the software is developed, we have to make sure that the software meets the entire requirements of the user. That we have to make sure that. The various processes which are involved in the software testing process is known as software testing lifecycle or STLC. STLC basically consists of 6 phases. First one is requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, test environment setup, test execution, and test closure. Requirement analysis is the first step involved in the software testing cycle. That is, the quality assurance team has to ensure that or make sure that the requirements of the software testing. That is why we have to test the software. And we have to identify the basic requirements needed for the entire software testing process. After identifying the requirements, we are moving on to the next phase that is known as test planning. During the test planning phase, we have to plan the entire testing process. For the software testing, there will be a team and the team will have a team leader, and the team leader has to prepare the total time required for testing the entire software and also the manpower required for during the testing process and also the overall cost required for testing the software. After completing the test planning, we are moving on to the next phase, that is test case development. Test case development is the most important phase of software testing. That is, we have to prepare the test case or we have to prepare the test data. Test case means the data or the testing data which we are needed for testing the software. So, the team has to prepare the data according to the requirements of the software. So, with this data, we have to test all the modules of the software. And after preparing the test case, we are moving on to the next phase that is known as test environment setup. Test environment setup is the vital part of the STLC, that is software testing lifecycle. In this phase, we have to prepare or we have to arrange the environment or the testing environment. That is the testing, the software developer and the user is actually involved in this phase. They have to arrange the environment for the testing team to test the software. Mainly, after the software is developed, we can test the system in 2 different ways. The first method is we can test the system with original data, and the other method is we test the system with the duplicate or the prepared data. So, the prepared data is actually made by the developer and the developer tests the system in the developer side. But in the case of original data, the original data is the software is tested in the user's site. And after the test environment setup, we are moving on to the next phase, that is test execution. So, this is the phase in which the testing process starts. Whatever the test data we have prepared and whatever environment we have set, and based on that, we will test the entire software. That is, each and every part or each and every module of the software will be tested. And after testing the software, the last phase is test closure. that is the testing team will test the system or the software, and after that the report will be prepared. That is the suggestions to be included in this software or the bugs they are identified, and whatever modifications are required in this software, that we have to be noted, this testing team noted, and they prepare a document, and this document is transferred to the handover to the software development team. So with that document, the software development team will make the required arrangement and the testing process will complete. So these are the various activities involved in the software testing lifecycle. Thank you.